Peeps Monsters, little green monsters. We have 3 marshmallow monsters in there. So these are just the individual little packets. You could probably find the larger packets in some stores. And we have 3 Peeps pumpkins. Aren't they cute? Happy little pumpkins. They have a smile on their face, but it's kind of hard to see because it's hidden by the nutrition information on the front. So we have Peeps pumpkins. So those were all ones that I found the other day, but today I did find a 4th one. I found, this was a larger pack, obviously, but I found Peeps Marshmallow Skulls, and these are like Day of the Dead sugar skulls, and we have 6 in here. So I could not find a little 3-pack of these, but that's okay. We got the little marshmallow skulls. I don't think I've ever tried these, but there is a 5th Halloween-themed marshmallow Peep, and I'm going to keep looking for it. And they are little black cats, little Peeps that are made to look like black cats for Halloween. So I'm going to see if I can find those. And what we're going to do is, in a future video, I don't know when, but in a future video, we're gonna taste the Peeps and see if they taste different, and I will try to describe the taste for you. And I also will look into my own stash. I keep a stash of Peeps in my kitchen, in the cabinets way back in the back, where no one remembers that they're there. Way back. I have a stash of stale Peeps. If you've never had stale Peeps, they're wonderful. They are so good. They're more firm and they just taste different. I love stale Peeps. I have some in there from last Easter, and it's totally fine to eat them. I've been eating stale Peeps all my life, ever as far back as I can remember. I've been eating those things. It started when I was little, and I think my mom bought some Peeps on clearance, like after Easter or something. And she brought them home, and I think she just put them up on top of the refrigerator. I didn't know about it. And she forgot they were there for like a couple of months, and then she happened to find them. And we tried them, and they were really good. She said, I don't know if we should eat these. But we did, and they were so good. I love stale Peeps. They're fabulous. this to the beyond, but she'll eat both. I mean, she eats some of both, and they all three from time to time like to snack on this as well. Now this is it has salmon in it. It's the salmon and pea recipe. Cat food, and it has omega fatty acids. Now this container is great because it does have a zipper seal at the top, and inside I have this little glass. It's like a little juice glass, and I scoop out just a little bit to put in this little bowl. But she also wants to chew on these bags, so I have a separate tote with a lid on it that I keep this in, and if I buy extra bags of the other brand of food, I will store those in that tote as well, and I keep the lid closed so she can't get into it. She's very naughty, so naughty. She is the naughtiest cat I think I've ever had. She is always getting into something. So, but see, you just cut the top, and then it has a seal up here, so you can just seal it closed. Look at that cute little kitty on there. You see, he's so cute. So, I keep a couple of bags of this around, and I give them some of this a little bit every day too. Alright, and then we get into the nice variety of cat treats. Now my cats are picky. They're too picky, but they're picky when it comes to treats. They like this kind. They like Temptations treats. Now Temptations treats do come in different varieties. They have all sorts of different flavors. And throughout the year, sometimes they will have limited edition flavors that you can get. This particular one you can see has been opened, and they do have this very convenient zipper seal, just like the second dry food I showed you. This flavor is turkey. This is Tantalizing Turkey flavor. Now let me show you what's great about these treats. Now here you can see this treat has been split open, and you can see that these treats have a crunchy outside and a soft center. It's like pate in the center. So they have the crunch, and then they have the soft inside. This cat's very happy. It looks like he just ate the whole turkey. So this one is Tantalizing Turkey flavor, and they've already had some of this. An interesting thing about Temptations treats that's a little bit different from other items that you might find here in the USA. Now, Temptations is a product of both Canada and the USA, which probably explains why they do this. I will show you on this one because you can't see it on the one that's torn. Now this one in particular, this is the seafood medley flavor, but look up here, it says mega because they have a smaller package. This is the mega size, 180 grams. Now typically in the USA you don't see the size measured in grams. It's typically ounces, or they won't even have the weight up here. They'll have, like, if you're looking at packages of, say, M&Ms, you know, they'll have like the snack size, the share size, the family size, the party size, you know, and they don't have the particular weight next to the type of, you know, the size name. They just will have share size, family size, party size. It's just interesting that they put grams, and I do think it is because they are a product of Canada and the USA, and if these are also sold in Canada, I would imagine that would be more typical there. I could be wrong, but that's my guess as to why it has grams up here. But anyway, this size package is 180 grams, but you can also get smaller packages that are, I think they're about half that. Seafood medley flavor. You got a cat here who's going fishing. I try to switch up their treats from time to time just to keep it interesting for them. But and this one I haven't bought any of this in probably a year. I don't know. So I picked up some of the seafood medley flavor for them. creamy dairy flavor, and I don't think it has any dairy in it. It's just like dairy flavor. But this is also the mega size. I love the color of this package. Look at the kitty and the carton of milk. And no, I do not give my cats milk. But they love this one. Oh, there's a paragraph. I'm going to read to you about creamy dairy flavor. Sweet nectar of life. So smooth, so creamy, so milky. A love that can never be matched. It takes me back to my kittenhood. The most coveted treat in the fridge tastes so sinfully delightful. If I only had a straw, or longer tongue, or you could just pass me the Temptations cat treats. Do they all have a paragraph? I've never actually looked. We totally should. Oh, it says just shake the pack and they'll come running. Oh, they all know the sound of this packaging. They do, and it must make a different crinkle from other similar packages, because I can get out other packages and crinkle them and they don't. Like they know what this packaging sounds like. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, there's a paragraph about seafood medley flavor. Oh, the rich and plentiful sea, with its ample supply of scrumptious shrimp and delectable fish. I yearn for its mouth-watering goodness. I would search the high seas endlessly for that miracle medley of perfection, just to give me some Temptations cat treats. Meow. They're so silly. Let's read about the tantalizing turkey flavor. Not to be savored but once a year. Oh no, this girthy bird of paradise can be enjoyed each and every day. I'll wrap myself in his arms of sustenance and sink my teeth into those delectable drumsticks. Gravy and stuffing, the only thing that'll be stuffed is me once I devour this phenomenal fowl. I need my Temptations cat treats. So silly. Every now and then, too, you can find mix-ups, and that is where the Temptations folks will put out these are the smaller packets. These are 70 grams each. It's the irresistible shapes. That's what they want. They will have these little bags that contain more than one flavor. This particular shake-ups is called Clucky Carnival, and they even trademarked that. Clucky Carnival contains chicken, turkey, and catnip flavors. It's probably like whatever falls on the floor, they just scrape it up and put it in a bag. But my cats like the little shake-ups too. They do. They like it when you get the ones with the little different flavors. Now, just like the mega size, these have a resealable top. There's a little zipper seal. So you're going to remove this top. This is heat sealed right here. The top is. And you're just going to remove this top. And then you're going to have the zipper seal. So you can get out what you want and then seal it and keep it nice and fresh until it's all used up. So this particular bag of shake-ups is called Clucky Carnival. Clucky Carnival. Chicken, turkey, and catnip flavors. Very cute. And I have one more of those. This one. Oh, look at that. Look at that happy cat. Look how happy he is. This one is called Crustacean Celebration. Crustacean Celebration. It's lobster, crab, and shrimp flavor. So through the little window you can see the Crustacean Celebration. Yeah, that's really cool. It has lobster, crab, and shrimp flavor in there. Oh, we didn't read the paragraph on the other one. Lobster, crab, and shrimp flavor. The print is tiny. Dive on in for a party under the sea. I'll be swimming in the flavors of crab, shrimp, and even lobster, and jamming to the bubbling beats. So don't be shellfish this is her dope. This is her dope. This is Smarty Cat Organic Catnip, and you can get this at Walmart in the pet section for about $2. I've bought more expensive catnip. I've tried like Gourmet catnip. She doesn't like any of it as much as she does this. I think this is like, I don't know if there's pot in here. I don't know what it is. They say it sparks a burst of energy followed by calm bliss. It attracts cats to toys, scratchers, and bedding. She loves this stuff. And it's so funny. I mean, all my cats like it. But Pumpkin especially. All I have to do, and we could be anywhere in the house, I'll walk up to her and I'll say, "You want some dope?" And she just, I mean, she knows what that means. It's dope time. I only say it if I'm actually going to give it to her. I don't want to get her hopes up, you know. Want some dope? And she will go running. There's this spot in the dining room. This little place on the carpet wire. Well, you take it out and you kind of pinch it between your fingers, sprinkle it onto the carpet, and she'll get down on the floor and she'll put her paws on either side of it, and she'll start to snuffle the catnip, and her back starts to wiggle and twitch. It's the craziest thing. Her back just twitches like crazy, and she just snuffles it, and then she'll eat some, and then she'll rub on it, and she's very protective of it. Like, don't try to get near it. She will scratch you. The other two like it, but not as much as, I mean, she goes crazy for this stuff. She will rub in it and eat it, and then she just kind of flops on the floor for a while. She loves this stuff. Oh my gosh. And it's only $2. And a container like this will last, because I give it to her like maybe once a week. Probably. I don't know. It's not super frequently. I don't give it to them a lot. But she loves her dope. That is her favorite kind. Like I say, I even tried giving her fresh catnip. She didn't like any of it as much as that. Although she did like the fresh catnip. She thought that was pretty great. Okay. The last items I want to show you are a wide variety of wet foods that I give them. Now, what I do with the wet food is I will show you how they look. I will take one section, one segment of the food, and I split it into 3, so each cat gets like this much in the morning. First thing in the morning when I get up, they get a little bit, and then on over in the evening I'll do it again, so they get about that much in the evening as well. And I'm sure there are people who would wag a finger at me and tell me, you really shouldn't feed your cat like that. But I guess you could really say that to anybody. I mean, somebody could say that to you as well. But yeah, this is what works for us. So I want to show you now. Now we're going to take a look at the variety of wet foods. And I don't buy these. I don't buy all of these all the time. I will get different flavors at different times just to mix it up and keep it interesting. Now you can buy them in loose containers. packs. These are 12 mini packs. So a box like this will contain 12 of the packs like this for a grand total of 24 servings. Now this particular box is, we have 6 twin packs of Savory chicken entree and 6 twin packs of roasted turkey entree. And these are all pate. You have to look and see and make sure you're getting the pate or the cuts, depending on which type you want to get. But you can see here they show you how it works. Snap, peel, serve. And there are never any leftovers. I mean, that's why I don't like the cans of cat food, because first of all, I don't want to give them that much, and then I don't want to have to store it. It stinks up the refrigerator, and you know, they end up, it seems like whenever I try to give it to them later, they don't want it, because they're picky. Oh my god, they're so picky. But these are perfect because you have each little thing. No, there's no waste. Like there's no wasted food. It all gets consumed. It's so easy. Oh my gosh. So this particular pack is Savory chicken entree and roasted turkey entree, and you have a total of 24 little servings in the box. It is a bit cheaper to buy it this way or in the larger box, which has 24 twin packs in it. It is cheaper. I buy them at Walmart because from shopping around, I've found that Walmart consistently has the lowest price on the wet food I buy and the dry food. They are cheaper than every other grocery store in town, so I buy it there. And if you buy the multi-packs like that, it is a bit cheaper, but a lot of times, especially in the last few months, the multi-packs often are not available. You can't get them, so I end up buying a lot of single little ones like this. The little ones like this are about 72 cents a piece in Walmart. I don't know how much they are. I know in some of the higher end stores like Harris Teeter or Publix, they're almost twice as much for the same thing. They're like $1.40 or $1.30 something. It's a lot more, which is why I go to Walmart to get it. But anyway, that's the first one I wanted to show you. I have a lot more. They have so many varieties, and some of these are brand new. The next one, I do believe this is one of the new ones. Now these are cuts. It's going to have a different consistency from the pate. The pate, of course, has the consistency of pate. But the cuts are just like individual pieces with the gravy. Of course, the pate has gravy with it as well. This is sustainable tuna flavor cuts in gravy from Sheba. And again, we have the little gray cat. And the serving size for all of these is going to be the same. It's the same amount. So this is a new one, and with the new ones, I only bought 1 or 2 of each of these just to see if they like it or not. And like I said, I do change the flavors pretty frequently, so they're not, they get something different every few days. She will eat any of it. It doesn't matter. She just eats it. She doesn't care. Pumpkin. Pumpkin is weird. Okay, Pumpkin is just weird. I will admit that about her. Now, Pumpkin's favorite thing in the world, and I make this at least once a week. I will cook chicken breast, and she loves chicken. So chicken is her favorite thing in the world. I will cook it. I don't put anything on it, no salt or anything, and I will put it on a plate for her. And she does the same thing every time. I make sure it's not hot. You know, it's just warm. It's not cold, but it's not hot. I put it down on the floor, and she will sniff it and then run away. She does it every time. And then a few minutes later, she'll come back and eat it. I don't know why she does that. She will sniff it and run away, and then she comes back to eat it. It's really weird. But most of these, Pumpkin, you know, she'll lick at the gravy a little bit, but she doesn't really eat much of it. Honestly, Evie probably eats the most, which is probably why she's gaining weight. I mean, she eats most of it. Now, Olive, the youngest, she has like 7 different names. We call her all kinds of things. She does. She has all these names. She will respond to anything. Now, she likes some of these. She will just gobble them down. Others, she sniffs it like, I don't know, God, ugh, and she won't eat it. Most of them, though, she will eat. Or, you know, she'll eat a decent amount of it. So they're all, it's, you know, they're all kind of different. Okay, I do think, I could be wrong, but I think this is one of the newer ones. Now they have come out with the Bistro line of food, as if these little containers were not fancy enough. But it's the same price as the other ones. We have a Shiva Bistro. Now this particular flavor is cuts, not pate. It is a salmon in creamy sauce. It is a salmon in creamy sauce entree. Sounds very fancy. So basically it's gonna have like a white gravy instead of that brown gravy that the other ones have, and it's gonna have pieces of salmon. So it's just pieces. It's not gonna be a pate, so it's not like that pasty stuff. It's just pieces. So I have not bought this one before, so maybe tomorrow I will let them try this one. That's a new one that I just picked up. So they haven't had that one yet. Or if you don't like your salmon in a creamy sauce as your entree, you can try this one. Now this is a pate. This is not cuts. This is delicate salmon entree. And this one I have bought and they liked it. The only thing I don't like about this one is the smell is really strong. Is it this one? No, I think it was one of the white fish flavors. The smell is very, very strong, fishy smell. And it stinks up the trash can, like the container. When I put it in, it stinks it out. It's the only thing I don't like about it. But yeah, the delicate salmon entree, I imagine they would like. I do think I've given them that. Yeah, they would definitely enjoy that if they haven't tried it yet. Or if you don't like that, we also have, it's basically the same thing but in cuts, the Gourmet salmon entree. Gourmet, oh totally, for 72 cents. The Gourmet salmon entree, and that's going to come with a nice brown gravy, so you can get the creamy gravy entree with the cuts, or you can get the Gourmet salmon entree that has the brown gravy. And I think that's really the only difference, is the type of gravy that you get with it. I have more. Alright, this next one is a savory mixed grill entree. What kind of flavors are in there? They're not going to tell you. It's mixed grill. It's surf and turf, I guess. I don't know. It's probably bits and pieces that were left over from other things. But it tells you on here that it's a premium cat food. So this is these are cuts in gravy, and again you're going to be getting the brown gravy with this one. Savory mixed grill cans as well. You can get little cans, and when Pumpkin was little, I gave her that. We actually had to bottle feed Pumpkin for a little bit. She was so small, she couldn't drink or really eat anything. She was very, very small. I think she was